Okay, welcome back everybody. Going to do a quick video discussing the out of battery safety, the out of battery disconnect firing pin block on the Blaser rifles and kind of how to deal with it, how to watch out for it, and how typically you run into it. So I've addressed this on longer videos, but it came up as a question and it was just easier to do a short one. So my opinion is on all Blaser rifles, R8, R93, Tactical 2, LRS2, probably even the LRS1s, I don't see why not, is when you're working the action on these guns, I believe you should work the action with vigor. I don't think you should baby at home. I think you should really wang at home. But what can happen is, particularly, well, there's two ways that this can be a problem that I've observed in the real world. I'm sure you can create some other ones as well. So if a lot of people, if they're shooting from a bench, so let's say you get a hunter or somebody, and they are trying to figure out a loading for their gun. A lot of times they'll be putting in, various bullets of, various powder weights and whatever. And so they'll shoot, boom, open it up, things fall out, another round in, shoot, and see how slow I'm working that? And again and again. And what will end up happening is the gun will be very slightly out of battery, which you cannot typically notice from behind the gun. You'll pull the trigger. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to put stress on my firing pin. You pull the trigger, the firing pin will drop, but the gun won't go boom. So what's happened is, because the Blaser, when the handle wasn't completely forward, it's not completely locked. So it's the lugs are not completely extended. So this gun is designed, if that's the case, it tries to grab the firing pin or block the firing pin. It's a firing pin block. So you'll pull the trigger, the gun goes click instead of bang, and some people will think there's something wrong with their gun. No, what's happened is the gun is not locked and it's trying to keep it from blowing up in your face or damaging the gun. So, so what you want to do is, fire the gun, work the action, fire the gun, work the action. Now I understand, let's say you're that same guy on the bench and you want to shoot and you just, want to do it slow. Just get in the habit of, when you do this, push on it. Get in the habit of doing this. And I talk about that to mention this. People that don't carry guns all the time are not used to administering guns. So a lot of the tactical military people will do this kind of thing all the time because they're walking with guns, talking with guns, riding with guns, mounting, dismounting vehicles, on patrol. Sometimes they fall, sometimes they trip, sometimes they get into fist fights. And so when they pull a gun up, when like they're checking themselves, dusting themselves off, checking your magazine, checking, making sure your gun's in battery. That's a very common thing. A lot of hunters don't carry guns except one time a year. So if they're in a situation where like they're going to the tree stand or they're getting out of the PH's vehicle or they're a myriad of other things to get into position to get to a blind. A good habit to get into, if you're trying to be as quiet as you want to be, which obviously if it's early morning or the beginning of hunting season, I just sat down in the blind, guns in battery, or the magazine's in place. I just push on it. I don't have to bang on it, make a bunch of noise. Just, gun's locked, everything's good. I'm ready to go. So it's just a good habit to get into, adminning a Blaser gun. If you get into the habit of making sure that your handle's all the way forward, you're not going to have the Blaser Click problem. Anyway, if you want to see any more stories or pictures of links about Blaser rifles, please go to our website at John1911.com. That's JOHN1911.com. Remember, it's all about shooting guns and having fun. Everybody, have a good day.